So tomorrow, Republicans will see the first results of their new venture. It's called YouCut. It is a website that lets people vote on which government program should get the axe. So you can go online or send a text. But critics ask, is this helping the government save a buck, or is it a clever way for politicians to pass the buck? Tonight, we speak to the man behind YouCut, Congressman Eric Cantor. He's the Republican whip. Thanks for joining us tonight, sir. Good to see you. So, Congressman, first of all, any chance of a preview of YouCuts for us tonight? Can you tell us about, if you've been receiving, what's been receiving the most votes to cut?
Well, what I can tell you, Don, is that the success of this program has been unbelievable, unexpectedly. I mean, we have been experiencing over 3,000 votes per hour over the period of almost a week now. We are just about at 250,000 votes of Americans who want to speak up. You know, really what this is about is a program to begin to change the culture in Washington. Number one, it emphasizes the fact that we need to stop spending money we don't have.
I'm going to let you get to that, but I'm going to push you a little bit here because I would give us a little preview. We're going to spend some time with you. So you don't have any, what programs, what wants to be cut? Come on, help us out, help me out here.
Well, listen, what I know that just anecdotally, because we've not tallied the votes yet, anecdotally, I have been hearing from folks who can identify with the fact that we need to stop this de-reform of the welfare programs in this country, because not many Americans were aware, but Congress over the last year or so they have set up a new welfare program that doesn't have the work requirement attached to it. And again, while you've got Americans facing tough times right now, it is not, I think, very American for us to say we need just increased welfare. Because I don't think that Americans are not compassionate.
What do you mean by welfare? What are you talking about?
Well, this is the TANF program. This is a TANF program, but an add-on to the TANF program, which essentially is now available to individuals out of work who need some help. But remember, back in the 90s, President Clinton, along with the Republican Congress, went ahead and reformed welfare in this country so there wasn't a permanent life of dependency for folks. And instead, we were going to say if you were going to get some assistance from the government, you had to put forward a desire initiative to get back to work.
Okay.
That's the premise behind one of these, and this is the biggest savings option on the YouCut menu this week, which is almost $2.5 billion a year.
Let me jump in here, Representative Cantor, because I want to get in here, and I've been reading about this, and here I'm going to say some of the critics are saying, there are doubters who call this, are saying this is a gimmick. It is a distraction from what we should really be doing, which is to address the biggest budget, the biggest debt problem that we've had, Medicare and Social Security. What do you say to that?
Well, first of all, I would say if you look, Don, at the total of savings that are being proposed, or either options, there's almost $15 billion of savings right here. And if it's such a gimmick, and if it's so easy for the other party to criticize, then let them come ahead and vote with us, or let them bring a bill to the floor that actually begins to cut government spending.
But the budget is $4 trillion.
Again, Don, I would say that. There's no question. How do we go about trying to, as they say, bend the curve in terms of our budget deficits? We've got to start somewhere. Washington's been unable to trim the fat to tighten the belt. And just look at what the American families across this country are doing, small business people are doing. They're having to live within their means so they can keep the lights on and keep paying the bills and get through the month.
Okay,
Washington's doing nothing of the kind. This is just an attempt for us to begin that process.
Okay, Mr. Cantor, I'm sure you've seen the Democrats' response. They put out their own list, Steny Hoyer's webpage here. It's called YouCut, More Like GOP Spent. They also point out if all the programs were approved, it would make up less than 1% of the federal budget.
Well, Don, here's the very fact of this program. We intend every week to have a vote among the American people. They'll cast their votes. Monday, we're going to announce the winner and which is the top vote getter. And then this week on the House floor, we are going to bring to the floor an up or down vote on the winning cut. We'll do the same next week and the week thereafter and the week thereafter. We are intending to try and change the culture in Washington so that Washington stops spending money we don't have, and to begin starting to focus on savings, not spending.
Okay.
That's what the American people are having to do. That's what Washington should have to do.
I appreciate this talk. I'd love to talk to you more. I find you to be a very interesting person, and when we find out what people are saying should be cut and some ideas that they have, will you come back and talk to us?
We love to.
All right. Thank
Thanks,
you,
Tom.
Representative Cantor. We really appreciate it.